Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the A-Side. I'm your host, Riley. Lovejoy is a very important band to me. It was 2021 when most of these songs came out. This was my freshman year of college, and I had a very hard time adjusting to social life in college. I made no new friends that year, and I felt like a total outcast. Lovejoy, along with Wilbur's music and content as a whole, was really there for me at this time and helped me feel a little less alone. I often think of the nighttime drives I'd take alone, blasting these songs. Lovejoy is my fourth most played artist on Last FM, despite only having 13 songs. I'm a really big fan of YouTuber and lead singer Wilbur, and I have a lot of admiration for all of his work, and I feel like a lot of his personality really shines through in the music and vocals, and it's what helps make this band so special. Of course, having so many great musicians helps as well. We've got Mark Boardman on drums, Joe Goldsmith on guitar, and Ash Kabosu on bass. Now, before you discount Lovejoy and write me off as some Minecraft YouTube stan, I want you to know I actually got into Wilbur through Lovejoy. I had never seen a Wilbur video when I first listened to Are You Alright the month it came out. So you know this band is legit. I've spent a lot of really meaningful time with this band, and they have a small enough collection of songs that I thought it would be fun to rank all their songs so far. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe later if you want. I also want to make note, I won't be talking about any unreleased songs. I won't be taking them into consideration. I know the band have played some new songs at their live shows, but they won't be here. And the same goes for the cut songs from like Coronado, the ones Wilbur has shown us on stream. However, on the very slight chance that Wilbur sees this, Main Character Syndrome is an amazing song, and I would love a full version. But without further ado, here is every Lovejoy song ranked. And coming in at last place. You'll understand when you're older, it isn't necessarily a bad song, it's just the most inessential Lovejoy song to me. To me, it's just a much weaker version of Model Buses, and lacks a lot of originality, and really doesn't do much to stick out from the crowd. It's still fine, just one I typically skip upon listens of Pebble Brain. Penetrates with no veil to my own reality. It's an elaborate design, privately owned. Spiral Galaxy for... At number 12 is privately owned Spiral Galaxy. I really love Lovejoy's version of privately owned Spiral Galaxy. I've listened to it quite a bit. But as far as covers go, it's really barely different from the original Crywank version. Well, I love it because I just like Lovejoy a lot in general. I really can't justify putting it any higher. Now, I love It's All Futile, It's All Pointless, but I much prefer the original version Wilbur did solo, or maybe I was boring. That might be a hot take, but I generally prefer the more intimate sound of the original version. On a side note, it's really annoying how on Spotify the whole Maybe I Was Boring EP is on there as one 13-minute song instead of split up into each individual track. This song is still great, though. What was your thought when you realized you'd never feel naive love again? Was it pain? Was it sickness? Were you proud of who you'd been? Hits me so hard, and I relate to the self-deprecating "you'll never get rid of me, I'm like a fucking disease" a little too much. So, yeah, I do think It's All Futile, It's All Pointless is a great song, but it's this low on the list just because I think the original is the superior version. At number 10 is Concrete. Concrete is just a bop. The descending guitars and the breakneck pace is a lot of fun. This song just has a really sunny sound. It's always a very pleasant time listening to it. I like how it really shows off the rhythm section at the intro, Ash's bass and Mark's drumming. The bass is actually pretty prominent on this song, really on Pebble Brain as a whole. I feel compared to the more dense production of Are You Alright, the bass gets a chance to breathe more in the more open sound of Pebble Brain. Regardless, the bass work on this song is supreme. Okay, this is where things start to get hard. Having a song as good as The Fall this low is a testament to just how good Lovejoy is. This song is jaw dropping in moments, and it's only at number 9. I love the darker tone it takes on with lyrics like under the weight of some sertraline, a couple Prozacs, and now I'm pumping dopamine. There must be more to this. We've got a country house now. Old dog has been put down now. The guitar hits on the verses feel like daggers stabbing at me. When the song eventually explodes under the weight of its own anxiety, it blows you away, and Wilbur's villain speech at the end is unironically epic. I also love the little outro of the song with the drums and the guitars. I just think it's kind of neat. Knee Deep at ATP is another cover, but unlike privately owned Spiral Galaxy, I feel like Lovejoy really makes the song their own here. The original is by emo band Los Campesinos, but Lovejoy give Knee Deep at ATP a fresh coat of paint with their indie rock sound we all know and love. Wilbur shows a diverse array of vocals, with the quiet verses and the belting of You're the B-side, along with the shouty bits at the end. The guitar solo that starts out the song before it calms down and reappears later is a burst of energy. It's also cool to see Lovejoy expand their sound with the use of electronics for the first time. Is it fair to put a cover this high? Maybe not, but it's genuinely one of the best covers I've heard. I come back to the song constantly. At number 7 is Oh Yeah, You're Gonna Cry, the opening song to Pebble Brain. This song has a really bouncy feel to it with a really sunny sound that's just a lot of fun. Wilbur's snark on this song is really entertaining on top of that. Now, you need to calm down. What good's this energy? When you devote it to me, why not be a little more friendly? It's so sarcastic. Got the same eyes as your father, and you carry the same kind of temper too. What a shame for the people of the community is a very biting line, and the same can be said for, but I quite like your girlfriend. How the fuck she end up with you? Oh yeah, you're gonna cry. It just has so much attitude and personality to it that it's always a joy to listen to. I love model buses mostly for the way it sounds. The bass here is like a cloud floating by, casting a shadow on the guitar riff. It creates this interesting, cool sound. And I mean cool temperature wise, like sitting in the shade on a warm summer day. The chorus on model buses is very catchy as well, which is a big bonus as it makes you want to keep returning to the song over and over and over again. And I can still smell Perfume is a song that resonates with me on a very emotional level. The song is about thinking about a past lover, despite the fact that they've moved on, but the memory being so alive that it's like you can still smell her perfume. The guitar in the song is amazing. It's just a brilliant melody. I find the second verse especially heartbreaking when he says, It seems like all our friends abruptly fell in love, and she was in the dust, darling, life was streaming past. So she learned to lie, she learned how to pretend, a drama in the futile, a means to an end, as he really humanizes the girl in the song and makes us sympathetic for her. It's brilliant, as in real life it's okay to move on, and it's okay to still be in love with someone who's gone. Neither person is wrong or a villain, and I think Perfume, despite showing the sadness and heartbreak, also shows quite a bit of maturity in places as well. My preference for the Are You Alright EP really shows on this list, as the first song to appear on the list is this high up at number 4, and the remaining spots are made up of the rest of the songs from the EP. Are You Alright has taken its place as my favorite EP of all time, after all. Every song from this point on is pretty much a 10 out of 10. Now, Wilbur has publicly decreed his dislike for Cause for Concern multiple times now, and I hear fans don't really like it much either. I think you're all crazy. Whether this was intentional or not, Cause for Concern turned out to be Lovejoy's most experimental song. The distortion on the guitars is turned way up, and it creates this dense, dreamy sound, unlike anything they've done, and I can't get enough of it. I would even say it's headed into the direction of shoegaze. It's especially noticeable in the instrumental section near the end, where Joe just kind of wails on the guitar for a bit, which makes one of the coolest moments in their entire discography. Mark's drumming has a super hard-hitting moment at the end of that section as well. I also love the backing vocals on this song. There's no cause for, and how it eventually leads into the end of the chorus. There's no cause for concern. Brilliant song. Wilbur, I know you don't like it, but it's a favorite of mine. At number 3 is Taunt. Taunt feels like a moment to me. It's the first song on the first Lovejoy EP. On their introduction to the world, Lovejoy put their best foot forward and let us know that this isn't your typical YouTuber music, that they're not fucking around. I mean, the way the bass and guitar trade measures at the beginning is just sick. Ash's bass fills there are insane. I love the start-stop structure of the verses, and the way the trumpets play with dynamics in the chorus using a crescendo, decrescendo tactic creates a really cool, like, swingy effect on the choruses. Um, Amazing song. Why'd you have to kill my cat? Why'd I have to take you back? Time and time I play the empire. Our runner-up is One Day. This song is the biggest banger in Lovejoy's catalog. It goes so incredibly hard. It comes out of the gate swinging with its driving bass line and a grand trumpet section. Mark lays down some really great drum work on this song as Wilbur gives his most energetic and impassioned performance yet. Joe's guitar work needs to be mentioned too because it's really cool here, especially the solo. Pair this all with the extremely singable chorus and you've got a hit on your hands. Now here we are. In this video, my number 1 Lovejoy song. The best Lovejoy song, in my opinion. Now, if you know Lovejoy's discography, you know what it is. And if you saw my top 20 albums of 2021 video, where I had Are You Alright at number 1, you also know what my favorite song is. So let's just get into it. Coming in at number 1. Not only do I think Sex Sells is Lovejoy's best song, but also Wilbur's crowning achievement as a songwriter so far. He really puts his skills as a storyteller to use on Sex Sells. He weaves the story about a man being cheated on as his partner runs off to hook up with some rich windbag who's only using her for sex. When I hear Sex Sells, I can't help but imagine all these visuals in my head. The imagery here is so strong. One line I always imagine vividly is, "Daddy works on the council, the missus loves a silver spoon. Said she never kissed a Tory, but that boy is too good to lose." I love the line, and I'll listen carefully, ears pressed to the floor. As you make your way down the stairs, you haven't got far to fall, giving a bitter condemnation of them both. I adore the way he describes himself crashing down as he envisions their relations and loses all hope. Now it's red, now it's dead, now it's everything she needed. And he then asks her, "Will you do what's easy, or will you do what's right? Please just would you let me know, where will you sleep tonight?" Again, a condemnation of this person and their immature behavior. He then destroys her by saying, "How's it feel to be so loved yet so alone?" The song sows jealousy, sadness, and anger together in a great way to tell a clear and cohesive story that could be made into a soap opera episode, and I mean that in the best way possible. Musically, the song is great too. I love the guitar tone, it's so interesting. The trumpets really give it some extra gravitas and impact. I also adore the way Wilbur challenges himself vocally on the chorus as he slips into his falsetto. The chorus as a whole is just phenomenal. This song really shows Wilbur firing on all 4 cylinders, or not all 4, but on all cylinders. The band as a whole is doing great, but Wilbur especially when it comes to his vocal performance, his songwriting, his storytelling, his concepts. He's really just firing on all cylinders here. It's an amazing song. And it was also my favorite song of 2021. So, yes. That's it. That's every Lovejoy song ranked. If you're a Lovejoy fan, let me know what you think. How would you rank these songs from worst to best? If you want to throw in, like, No Rain and Coronado or Main Character Syndrome, go ahead. I didn't include them just for sake of streamlining things. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this. Um, I'll definitely be talking about the next Lovejoy project, whether it's an EP or an album. I really thought we were going to get something in 2022, and then they went on tour. Sad I didn't get to catch it. Also sad I didn't get to get the vinyl pressing of the two EPs. I would have loved that, but it sold out so quick. Like, it was like an hour after they were sold out is when I went to buy it, and I was like so disappointed. Um, anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.